Hey, good afternoon. So how you doing? It's Justin here, North Arts Bushcrafter. So yeah, I've just come up here today just to do a quick check up on my camp because I've not been here for over a week, and yeah, it's good to see that it's all still in one place and all together, which is nice after I've done some work on it the other week, rebuilding the fire break wall. And it's only a quick passing visit up here today, so while I'm up here, just quickly check over a couple of things and do things. But this is a perfect opportunity. While I'm up here, I'm not going to be up here for long. Obviously, you know, it's always nice if you can get a fire going, just to have a little bit of warmth. You know, that feeds the soul as well as the body. But I'm not going to be up here for that long. So what I've brought up today is that's the old Firebox stove. This is something that I always have in my kit. Now, this is the Generation 2 Firebox stove. It's a great piece of kit. High grade stainless steel. It's brilliant. I always have this in my pack. The beauty of this is it just completely folds away. You're not having to like reassemble like some of the others, like a jigsaw puzzle. And it just sits in the front of my Full Raven stubborn pack. Always have it, whether I'm coming up to camp or I'm walking out for a day. Sometimes you just want a little quick fire. You don't want to be scavenging around building up a big fire and having to worry about putting all that out. So this is where this comes in. It's a great little piece of kit. So this is a Generation 2 stove. Folds out in a matter of seconds. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You can get a titanium version, which does cost a bit more. I don't really see the need in that. I use this at least 2 or 3 times a week when I'm out. It's absolutely fantastic and I wouldn't be without it. So it's a great piece of kit. They've been very popular just lately. They have been out of stock in a lot of places, but they are now back in stock. I got mine from the Bushcraft store. It was kindly given to me as a present by someone, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, it's a great piece of kit. It's brilliant. You can obviously use it as a wood stove. You can use the bottom, put that in there, just for example, use the actual firebox itself as a windbreak, little brass meths burner in there as well. Now you can buy attachments for it to come with it, and they're great. So just for example, on a windy day, if you just want a bit of a natural windbreak, brass meths burner in there. Comes with the fire sticks and that. Sorry, it doesn't come with it. You have to buy a lot of these as aftermarket accessories. So you can get your fire sticks put in there as a guard, and generally you can buy like a deluxe version of this kit. It comes with 4 fire sticks and a few other little accessories, which I'll go through in a minute before I get the fire going. So yeah, brass meths burner can go in there. Let's say 4 fire sticks, so you get your brass meths burner in there, get that going, and then just for example, you have your little billy can over that, or your little canteen cup firing away. So that's perfect for that. So that's one sort of variation for using it. I say generally I just use it as the firebox itself for wood. Let's just pop that back out of the way. Another really good thing, let me just pop these bits out of the way a second. Another really good thing with this is if you're going to be cooking on it, around where I am we get lots of hazel, and if I want a long, slow, sustained sort of fire going on it, cut up blocks generally about sort of 3 inches. 3 inches in thickness, about 1.5 inches in diameter. Sorry, there's a little landing airstrip about a mile away from me and the plane's just taken off. And the firebox itself will actually take about 5 of those, if you can just see that in there. 5, maybe 6 at a push. And you get those going, and it's a really good way of cooking slowly and keeping a long fire, because hazel's really good, gives quite a lot of strong burn, but a long sustained one. So that's that. So also other attachments, I use this virtually all the time, and I do clean it up, but it's obviously had loads of burns now, so even though it is clean, it obviously looks quite tarnished. You have this, which is your ash pan. Okay, I do use this, and I tend to keep it quite clean, because what this also really doubles up as, okay, it's highly reflective stainless steel, is a signalling mirror, and that is brilliant. So this is your ash pan, which would go, let's just get that in the right way, underneath. So you got your ash pan, because the beauty of these is that you're trying to leave no trace. So the ash pan goes underneath, collects all the ash, and then you can dispose of that afterwards. One of the sides pops down, which is really good if you've got a fire and that on the go. Again, you can put your fire sticks across. Okay, and again, if you're not using the brass mesh burner and you've got something like a gel tab in the bottom, you know, a couple of the old hexi blocks or something like that at the bottom, the residue will collect on the ash pan, so you're not disposing that to the ground. So the fire sticks on there, and again, you can just like cook with your little canteen set or your billy can and get your fire on there. So again, that's where the little fire sticks are really handy. What I've used these for a couple of times, and that's where when I've cooked on there. You can buy kebab sticks, but I just generally tend to use these as kebab sticks. Put them on there, pop them over, you know, if it's like mushrooms, bit of pepper, bit of red onion, or chunks of meat, they make great little kebab sticks and that as well. So that's another use for those. Also what you have, okay, we'll just pop this lid back up on the top, okay, is a boil plate. Okay, so again, the boil plate just slots on, and we'll just pop that in there, and that's on there. And again, got your fire going, boil plate on there, and that'll just like sit in. Now obviously this one's, my canteen has got handles on it. I wouldn't generally be using it, but obviously you can have like a little tripod system holding it up. So yeah, that will sit in there as a little boil plate or a BCB mug or something like that that's in there. So sorry, I've already got coffee in here, and it's get that going. So yeah, little boil plate, and then obviously what you have as well is a grill plate again, which you can just slot in, slot away. Which way is my angle? The dangle, there we go. So that just goes in, that slots on, and then you can grill on top of there. You can get an extended grill plate. Haven't generally used one of those. A couple of my friends that have got these say that they're not actually worth getting the extended grill plate. Just tend to use this one. So that's just some of the accessories that go with it. So the whole thing itself actually weighs, with the bits, about 1.5 kilos, maybe just over 1 kilo. I say this titanium one's obviously going to weigh less than that, but I just can't justify the expense of that. So there you go. It's a fantastic piece of kit. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. It works for me. Now obviously there are many other different versions of this. Obviously second hand, so like cheap Chinese knockoffs, but also other variants, and you know, you find what works for you, whether it's a Firebox stove, it's the Bush box, Lick Cedar, you know, there's quite a few, and it's just a question of, you know, what suits your preference and how you like it. So there you go, so I do like this. The other beauty of this is why I use it sometimes when you're out. It's a great way of just keeping a small sustained fire, especially on a windy day. You don't want to be digging out a little half pit, or if you're out somewhere worrying about grass and that being burnt. So that's one of the reasons why I like this. It keeps it contained, it keeps the wind off of it to a certain degree, and I absolutely love it. Now just bear with me a second. I'm just going to use one of my ferro rods that I've not used for a while. Gonna Sorry, I probably just went out of the camera there. Just got some kindling sticks that I've had put aside at my camp. I might as well just use these because it's just a very, very quick burn that I want to have today. And there you go. So we're just going to get that going. I'm obviously not going to feed it up too much, and that because I'm still videoing right in front of it. But you can fit a fair amount of these in, and it gets going pretty quickly. So obviously you can top load it as well, and on two sides of it. I'm just going to turn that around before it gets too hot so you can see more effectively. That you can also, from here, have longer twigs that are probably about 1 centimetre maximum in diameter, and you can feed it from the sides and that as well. Just generally like longer sticks that are maybe like a couple of feet long, and as they burn through you can just push them in. So there you go. It's a Firebox stove. It's an excellent piece of kit, well worth the money, varying prices depending on which sites and shops and that, or eBay or Amazon that you're getting them from. But I absolutely love this. I say it's always with my kit. It's probably the most used item of kit that I have with me on a cooking basis, obviously taking away my knives and my axes. Use it 2-3 times a week. You know, whenever I'm out, I generally tend to get this going just for a quick burn, and then obviously I'm going to be out longer, I'll get the bigger fire going. And the beauty of this as well is that once it's out, you collect your ash from your ash pan, dispose of that. Generally after about 5, 6, 7 minutes top, it's cooled down. You can collapse it down and it's good to be put away, and that again, and you can just get going. So there you go, it's a Firebox stove. Just a quick little review for you. I'm going to crack on now, check some other things, and I'll see you later. Bye.